Well, we made it to Wednesday. How we doing today, everybody? You know, today I want to talk about that there are many different ways that people can enjoy music. Um, Today I have one of my favorite videos of the week. It's a video that has a gentleman who is he's partly deaf. That means he has difficulty hearing. His hearing is limited. He can only hear so much. And what he did was he had found out that his father was a really good dancer, and he really loved dancing. So one of the ways he expresses himself through music is by dancing, and it's a really powerful story of this person who just continued to practice so hard, and now he's teaching other people that are deaf how they can express themselves, and they can how they receive the music, and what they do with it. Um, so one of the things I did want to get into is, and we're going to be talking a lot about key details for the next couple days, and a detail is how people. A detail in this story is going to be how people are experiencing a concert. So when friends in SA 12 go to a concert, they they may walk inside, and then they get a hot dog or something, and then you sit down in your seat. And then at the really good parts of the show, if a singer has a very famous song, you might want to get up and cheer and be like, "Yeah!" I remember I had seen an artist named Lenny Kravitz, and I was one of the only people standing up in the whole section I was in. And the person behind me asked me if I could sit down. Well, anyway, I listened to them. But you know what? It's really important because you want everyone to enjoy the show. The people are sitting behind you. So if everyone stood up, then that might be a better time to do that. All right, so let's get into it here. Many ways to enjoy music. How do deaf music lovers enjoy concerts? Because we have hearing, and they have difficulty hearing. So how do they listen and hear all of the music? How do they experience the music? Because they have the difficulty hearing. Um, well, at a concert, there is very loud music, and it booms from the stage. The band rocks their guitars and the other instrument. Drums pound and clash, and the fans clap and sing. Their ears are buzzing when the concert is over. However, you don't need to listen to music to enjoy a music concert. Many people who are unable to hear love going to concerts. Um, at this rock concert, a deaf fan sensed the excitement. Do you see that? She's not having a bad time. She cannot hear the music, but she sure can feel it. And she can sense the excitement when the music singer is singing and the hair's going wild, and the whole crowd's up and cheering, and she feels just the boom sounds, and the feeling of being there is really wonderful. Much different than watching it on your iPad or watching it on a TV. When you're actually experiencing it in person, it's amazing to go to a concert. So she saw the band take the stage, and that's the part when everyone's like, "Oh, here they come! Everybody sit down! Come on, they're coming on!" So I remember when they take the stage, that's when everyone feels the excitement, and she cheered by shaking her fist. It's called the fist pump. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." So she cheered by shaking her fist in the air, and one of the ways that you can tell that she really enjoyed the concert is that she was smiling. Smiling is an emotion that people display when they're really happy and they're enjoying something. So, what things will happen at a concert? Um, well, loud music. boom, boom, boom. Um, there are many instruments being played. I remember I went to a concert where the guitarist joined another person who didn't play with that band, and he had a violin, and they played for like 30 minutes, and it was just like jamming out. It was really, really cool because they're very, very talented at playing those instruments. But if you think, one of the key details of what we just read was that the deaf music fan, she sensed the excitement at a concert. Um, she was sitting next to her son in the picture, so he was enjoying it as well. But one of the things I did not mention is that she was sitting next to an interpreter. An interpreter is someone who says words with signs or sign language. There's a whole language out there that is just with your fingers and the way that you move them. I believe that this is friends. I'm not very good at it, but maybe that's love. Actually, I don't want to lead you guys off track. But there are many people who are excellent at sign language. And imagine having, the difficulty of speaking or listening and being able to tell someone that you're very happy by just saying thank you or giving them a message that way. Well, that's what an interpreter does. I didn't interpret what you're saying. Interpret is like an understand. So I didn't interpret what you said means I didn't understand what you said. So what's an interpreter? Well, an interpreter, I guess, would mean they're the understander. So they have hearing, they move their fingers around and make words and letters and sentences with their fingers and hands and arms and facial expressions to create this new language called American Sign Language. And it can be very useful to have that in a situation. If no one around knows it and you do, you could really help someone in an important situation. So one of the last things another key detail they talked about was that the band plays music. The loud music comes from the stage. And what are the people at the concert doing? They're clapping and they're cheering because they really like the music. And think about the author. He could have started this story off any way he wanted, but he chose to start it with what happens at a concert. What do you normally see at a concert? And how do people feel about these things at concerts? All right, boys and girls. Well, I'm going to sign off, and tomorrow we're going to talk more about deaf music lovers, and that people that have perfect hearing are not the only ones to really enjoy this music. It is for many, many different people and many, many different ability levels. So if they are not able to hear, it doesn't mean that they can't be included in a concert. Well, we're going to talk about why they should be included, and we're also going to talk about how much fun they can have and how wonderful it can be to experience and be at a concert. All right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow.